that probably was one of the defining moments. Was that I'm finishing college. I have a relationship with Sway, the person who I have been watching on TV my entire life. He wants to pick up my show, and I can call this man whenever I want to.
How'd that happen?
So
That's crazy.
Sway
in the morning.
Sway in the morning. The wake up show.
The wake up show. That's lit.
Once, five, throw them 20s. Looking dumb in the club, throw no money. Didn't want me, it's so funny. Now they get killed, go get her or go fund me. I done made a couple of hundred through pandemic. Hard 6 Vegas like P, no damn limit. Yo, ass nigga money was short, that damn midget. Lifestyle rubbers won't work, I can't fit it. Then he plus the fuck a Netflix. Get her on the prompt and I'm hitting the next bitch. Bitch, your last nigga don't exist.
What's going on, guys? Big Chief here. Welcome back to another episode of To Be Blunt. I'm with your co-host, DJ Birdwater.
Birdwater in the building, lighting up. One day early, usually. We shoot Fridays, right? But we got a special guest today.
Yeah. If you see, she's in the building, the talented, the fantastic, the intelligent Gina Views. Pew, pew, pew.
What's the deal?
And she's smoking with us on To Be Blunt.
Gina, is that a blunt in your hand?
I have a blunt in my hand.
Hold on, we're on To Be Blunt. I got Gina in the building, and she has a blunt in her hand. Look, I've been around her so many times, like a lot, like every week, at least once or twice a week, right?
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I will always offer my blunts, and she was like, "No, I don't smoke blunts. I don't smoke blunts." Today's the day. So
Only for Big Chief.
we're gonna start off something beautiful with it. We're gonna blunt cheers to that.
Okay.
We do a blunt cheers.
Something special that goes on the pod. So
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
Now, y'all know I can only hit this once or twice.
Yeah, you could. I'll finish it. Don't worry about nothing.
as long as you hit it once or twice.
When's the last time you smoked a blunt?
It has to have been like years. Because the thing about it is I don't know how to roll. I don't know how to light it, as you just had to light this for me. I don't know how to do anything with blunts. I wouldn't even know what to purchase.
If I taught you, would you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna get it.
Because I get too high.
That's
so
funny.
I literally only started even hitting the pins because of y'all. When y'all would come around and, drop the pins off and stuff. So I would need to like kind of just simmer down and relax and shit. So I tried an edible before. And it had me on my fucking back.
Nah, edibles are like drugs. We talk about this all the time. So you had a bad edible trip?
No, I wouldn't say it was a bad trip, but it was just like, it just took so long to go down.
Okay, you were like, fuck, am I going to be high forever?
I was high for
shit?
too freaking long, but it did calm me. So I think one of y'all told me to do the pins. And then I hit the pin and I was cool.
Bro,
like,
3 days later, she was like, it's gone. I'm like, what do you mean it's gone?
Oh, she was
and
cheaping.
And I got like 3, 4. Then I was like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I was like, bro. And the other day I gave her, I was like, bro, is this enough for 2 days?
Crazy. No, that's good then. You love the product and you enjoy it. When was the first time you ever smoked weed?
Shoot. I was a bad kid. Probably, oh my God. I hope my
Be
parents
blunt,
don't
be
see
honest.
this.
Yeah.
I think the first time I smoked, I probably was like 12.
How? What happened? Tell us about the setting.
Yeah.
Take us back.
All right. So I was in middle school and I had a big cousin, my big cousin Kayla. She used to smoke like heavy.
Shout out Kayla.
She used to get high and she had told me one time, like, just hit it. Like, you ain't gonna get in trouble, like, just hit it. So I hit it and I was high. I was so freaking high. Like, I was so damn high. Like,
You got high the first time you smoked?
yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
High as fuck. And it wasn't one of those like high where I could just fall asleep high or I got the munchies. It was just like I was just high and like stuck.
Damn.
Like, so after that I was
Zombie high.
zombie high
Yeah.
for sure. So I was like, I'm never doing this shit again.
Those were the
But here we
times-
are today to be winning.
Hey, smoking 5 blunts.
Oh, what up?
Oh, here, I got you. Let
Don't
me
worry
light that.
about nothing.
When I first started smoking, I used to get that zombie high, and I didn't like it, and that's why I didn't smoke enough. And then like it made me like slow, right? It made me not want to do shit. And then it got to a point for me where I was like, I gotta mentally challenge myself and smoke more.
I've never heard that in my life.
I gotta smoke more and then tell myself I'm not gonna be lazy, and it worked out,
Oh, already getting her.
Can you get
I told her bring her lungs.
a cup of water? I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
You could just drop it. You could just drop it. We'll
At least,
smoke.
hey, it counted as smoking with us.
She tried.
Now she's
Love
high
it.
as a kite. Now let's get into it.
And that's gonna be a clip right there.
There it is.
Big cheek.
There it is. Whoop, there it is. Hey, Gina.
What's going on?
So coming around you, I've seen you. I'm like, what does this girl do right there? You know what I mean? Always in the back, and then everyone always has something to say about her, something special about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I noticed she was doing. People were doing the hip hop battles and stuff. That you were covering that. Then I seen you one time so excited, and you met your one of the people you looked up to, Sway.
Yes.
Then I see you going to Rolling Loud, talking to artists and
Yeah.
stuff. But these people love you. You feel me? So, Gina, where did you're around podcasting and a lot of music around this time? Like, what made you get into music? Like, how did you could have been a doctor or a nurse? You could have did anything you wanted.
Let my daddy tell it. That's what they wanted me to do.
What do you want you to do?
They wanted me to be in nursing.
Nursing.
So my first, when I even enrolled in college, that was my major. That was my initial major, was nursing. And we had to take like anatomy and learn like all the bones and shit. And anybody who's ever taken anatomy knows that like that's not English.
No.
Like
There's like 268 bones in the body or something, right?
yeah, the terminology is not English at all.
The femur.
Outside of that, I have like a huge fear of blood. Like I don't like to see a lot of blood. It makes me really I get real nervous. It scares the shit out of me. So of course, if I'm gonna be a nurse, then I would have to be comfortable around blood. I would have to, so I still though did do some like nursing classes. And I had went up to my high school to go visit one of my teachers, and he asked me like, "Oh, you've been gone for a couple years. What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm in school for nursing." And then he was like, "What the fuck? Like, I've watched you grow up. You're not made to be in the medical field. You're made to be in the entertainment field. You have an entertaining voice. You have a voice for radio. Like, why the hell are you going to school for nursing?" So I always knew that, like, even growing up, like I would sit in front of my TV and act like I'm like instigating the freestyles and stuff on 106 and Park.
For real, how old were you when you were doing this?
Yeah, I was probably like 12, 13.
And you were by yourself, just instigating it.
Yeah,
doing it.
like I would
That's fire.
turn on
What'd you
Freestyle
say?
Friday. I'm not doing that.
Around that time, it was like,
Cardi B in the
early
building.
2000s, like before like 2010, like 2010.
Yeah,
I used to watch all those battles. Yeah.
That's what I really wanted to do, but I didn't know, like, because in LA that's not realistic. Like that's like a New York East Coast thing, media and shit. Well, at that time,
East Coast thing for sure.
So I didn't know like which route am I supposed to take. I didn't know who do I turn to, who do I start with, or whatever the case.
How'd you figure it out?
Shit, to be honest, I didn't figure it out. I just started doing my own thing. So in 2014, I always had like a lot of friends and stuff that rapped or whatever and did music and stuff. So I was dating this guy at the time, and so 106 and Park was actually doing auditions. So this is right after Terrence and Roxy had left. And I think Bow Wow came on, but they were like still transitioning people around, trying to figure out, what
they're gonna do.
What they were gonna do, yeah. And I really, really wanted to audition for 106 and Park, but I felt like I didn't look like them girls. Like I wasn't wearing makeup at the time. Like I was a little boy. I'm still a little boy, a little bit. Like
You're such a pretty girl. You chill.
Thank you. But like, I just felt like I didn't look like them, or I didn't have the education behind me. Like I didn't have any type of background in media. So I was a little bit discouraged. And then the guy I was dating at the time was like, "Why won't you just get a camera and have the homies come rap for you?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, that makes so much sense. Like it made you got all of these friends, that rap. Like, why not do that?" And that's what I did. So I would do like an interview first, and then I would have them freestyle at the end, just the same way they was doing on BET. And I slowly but surely became the girl who makes niggas rap. Like that was a thing.
You picked up a camera, you did it yourself. Pretty much put one foot after the other and figured it out.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started that part of your life?
I was still in college. I was probably I was probably like 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah, I was probably like 19 or something.
Still figuring it out. Then you were like, nah, nursing's not for me.
And I was still going to school for nursing.
When'd you stop doing that?
At that time. So literally I would say like the first 3 years I was majoring in nursing. And then there was a program at the school I was going to for broadcasting. And they like just needed somebody to come and like just read the news for the school, like the regular like school newsletter. And I had went and did it, but I didn't even know the radio station exists there. So I did that like for a day. It wasn't nothing I was just doing consistently. It was at Cerritos College.
Oh, okay.
And then there was a broadcasting class. So the class would teach you how to like read teleprompters, how to do commercials, and you say this phone number like this, or if it's written this way, you say it like this. So I was doing that, and that's when I knew like, okay, this is for me. This is for me. This is what I want to do. But in the midst of that, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm a full-time student.
Damn.
I'm paying for all of this shit on my own because eventually
You're
I had
hustling.
to hire. Yeah, I had to hire a videographer because I don't know how to edit and stuff like that. So it's just I was literally just chasing my dream with people who believed in me. So that's why I'm forever in debt to these artists out here because granted they didn't have a platform to do their shit on, but they came and they trusted me and essentially it amped my career, you know?
And it all worked out.
And it all freaking worked out.
When you first got to that point where you're like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, like I love this, and you were still going to school, still working 2 jobs, was there a point where you're like, dang, I got to choose one or the other?
Good question.
Whoo, what you mean, like between school and work or
you got
media?
2 jobs, you got school. School alone is a full-time job,
Yeah.
and you're building your whole media platform. Like, were you ever at a point, because it gets hectic, especially when you're in school, where you are like, oh, damn, like I got to stop one or the other because this is too much, overwhelming.
I was always overwhelmed. It was times where I would like cry because I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere else and I'm not here yet. But I never like said I gotta stop one because I never had like no family to fall back on.
Okay.
So I never was able to like, you know how people sometimes like they cannot work but they gonna be good because they got somewhere they can go to
You
their
had your
mom
back
house
against
or
the
they
wall.
can go. Yeah, like
So you're like, if I don't do this shit, I ain't gonna be shit.
I'm
You
not
feel
gonna
me?
be shit. Yeah, like I
And you
can't
always
go.
you had the aspiration, and when you were looking at the TV when you were 12 years old,
Yes.
you were like, I could do this. And then when you're telling me when you went up there for trying out for BT, you're like, no. Now you look at yourself. What advice would you give yourself right there and then? You feel me? That's big, because it worked out exactly how it's supposed to be. But
It
if you
did,
could though,
yeah.
because that moment right there is defining.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
super defining.
I think if anything I could tell my younger self is just that, girl, just hold it down, just believe, because it's like it's gonna come.
It's gonna
one
happen.
day it'll all make sense. Like you're doing all the necessary steps to make it make sense, but you literally have to like have faith and just believe like I'm going to get there one day.
Yeah, and you got to go through the struggle.
Yeah, and it makes you appreciate it more.
Yeah, especially when you start to see the fruits of your labor.
When's the first time you ever seen the fruit of your labor? Like saying like, oh my gosh, I could really fucking do this.
There
There has to be a defining moment that like, damn, this can really work out.
You know what? Last year, I think, because I've been saying this, last year I finally finished college because I'll start doing it to where I was so fucking tired of being in school. So I would do it to where I'm taking 1 class a semester. And y'all know how that.
Yeah.
That's slowing down. That's slowing down the entire freaking process.
Yeah.
A successful college student is at least doing 4 to 5
Literally,
classes
yeah.
per semester, and that's not realistic.
Yeah.
That's like
to
12, 15
somebody.
units.
Not for the
Yeah.
average person.
That's
it's
not realistic
Yeah.
for the average working person, you know? But that's what they make you do in order for you to finish, you know, on time, whatever. So anyway, last year I finished college, and I think that was, thank you. That probably was one of the defining moments was that I'm finishing college. I have a relationship with Sway, the person who I have been watching on TV my entire life. He wants to pick up my show, and I can call this man whenever I want to.
How'd that happen?
So
That's crazy.
Sway
Sway in the morning.
in the morning, the wake up show.
That's lit.
Sway reached out to DJ Head. DJ Head also been one of those people who's been like having my back throughout this entire time or whatever.
Bro's cool.
Like, yeah.
I didn't know that. That's dope.
So Sway reached out to Head and told him like, I'm looking for some creatives in LA that, you know, deserve a platform, that deserve for, you know, me to interview them and stuff. So they called me the night before. You know how radio work. You got to be there like 6 a.m., you know? They called me about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I don't know what you doing tomorrow, but cancel it. You going to be on Sway's Universe.
Damn.
So
You're like,
I was so freaking happy. I was so happy. I showed up to that motherfucker with no makeup on. Like, I was so happy.
Were
but
you able to sleep?
No.
Yeah,
it was
I
like the
wouldn't
first
been
day
able-
of school.
Yeah, yeah.
lit.
And how was that experience?
It was freaking dope. So
Everything you dreamed about?
it was more than that. It was more than that. I did want to see his dreads. He don't have dreads no more.
Cut him off.
But I got there, whatever. We did the interview, and then we just clicked. Like it was just like instant click. Like he enjoyed me, I enjoyed him, and I pretty much told him about what I do with the ciphers and how I need a home for the ciphers. I need a rap home for the ciphers because I can keep putting it on my platform, but my platform is mixed with Hoefessions. You know, like I need a platform that's specifically for rap shit.
Yeah.
I gotta applaud you because I like deep shit, and like sometimes people won't really hear what you said. Like you work 2 jobs, school, and you're creating a business. It was essentially a dream. And the reason why for me that's so important is because I went through something similar, but we like to drop gems and knowledge. Like sometimes people don't understand, like you gotta go through the struggles. You gotta pay your bills. You gotta depend on yourself before you could depend on anything else. And like you said it yourself, like you didn't have a fallback plan. You need to pay. You need to make money. You know what I'm saying? You don't have like someone that's gonna take care of you if everything fails. Like you're on your own. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, especially nowadays, aren't understanding that still to this day, whether if it was a decade ago or 20 years ago, the same people got to go through the struggles. The successful people,
They pay their dues.
make their dreams come
Yeah.
true, go through everything you went through or he went through or I went
Exactly.
through. I want to applaud you and give you your flowers for that.
Thank
'cause
you.
that's
I
dope.
appreciate it.
Like that's dope.
Thank you.
And now moving forward, like after that point, was that like a defining moment in your life right there after that?
Well, that whole year, all last year, because the Sway situation happened, the year, well, actually, no, I aired on Revolt TV.
Fire.
Shit.
So
Diddy owns that, right?
That's under Diddy now, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
So I did a show where, and it was kind of like a full circle moment because Revolt was a channel that was coming out as I was exiting high school and going into college. So if I had a goal, like to get somewhere that was attainable, like it was Revolt because they were here in LA. They were new. There was, it was fairly like a different audience.
Yeah.
And I said, like, I want to work for Revolt. Like, I want to go there. But eventually, by the time I even got up status to even be there, they left LA. And their home base is in Atlanta now. But
East Coast.
company reached out to me and said, hey, we're trying to do a show where we're showcasing the talent for up-and-coming artists in LA. That's your lane. Can you help us? And I said, hell yeah. Like, that's what I've been doing this entire time.
Stay down till you come up.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing this entire time is creating a platform for up and coming artists. So when they reached out to me for that, I put the show together. I got all the talent for them or whatever. And essentially it was just end up being like a showcase, but it aired on Revolt. And when I saw myself, like it's different when you're in the moment and you filming and stuff. But when you can turn on your TV and see yourself, and I walked out on that stage, and I know that I'm reading a teleprompter, and it's just all of this shit that I learned from over the past few years that didn't make sense to me when I was doing it, but now it's like, oh shit, this is why God put me in that place, so that for this moment right here, that was in 2021.
Your family believed
That
in
was
you?
probably, they'll say today they did, but nobody told me to go forward with
No one
entertainment.
believes in your dream but you. You got to make it happen.
Everybody wanted
What
me
they
to
said,
do-
when they saw you on TV and they were like, oh shit. Oh my God. Hey, so proud of you.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
one's gonna believe in you until you gotta believe in yourself to make it happen,
Yeah.
and that's so inspiring.
Yeah.
You're so in tune with your what you wanted to do with all the music. You know what Revolt was. You were on BET already. You already you can dream of what you want to do. Just learn every single thing in there, and when you put your foot in the door, don't stop. Because
Yeah.
like she had, some people have a reason to fall back plan. She was in the point where, and a lot of us are in the point where too, that we have nothing to fall back on. It's like, damn, if I don't do
Right.
this shit, I'm not gonna be shit, right?
Yeah.
But if I do this shit, I'm gonna be shit. And then the next generation after that is gonna keep growing and we keep getting bigger. But if you have that mentality, you will win. Why not make money off of things you love? You feel me? It helps you jump out of bed in the morning. Shit, life is better. Life is so much better, huh?
Yes.
So
You'll be happier.
Yeah, 2021, you're going through that, and then what's like happening after that?
Okay, so 2021, the Revolt thing happened. I attended the Revolt Summit as a just as a
Like an intern?
Just as an audience member.
Oh, okay.
Literally just went I had no idea, no inkling that I want to do interviews or anything like that day. I literally just went just for the experience. And somebody had recognized me and said, hey, we need somebody on the red carpet or the black carpet right now to interview Slim Thug.
Oh, shit.
Slim.
Opportunity
like,
has appeared out there. The door just opened.
God just dropped it right in my lap.
You're ready, prepared.
So I was not.
You're prepared.
Because it was out the blue.
I was not ready. I didn't come for that. I'm in Atlanta. Like, so I don't have any equipment. I don't have no microphone. I don't have anything. But what I do have is 2 cell phones. So my friend who was with me, Chrissy, I said, bitch, I'm not about to go interview Slim Thug. What am I about to ask Slim Thug? Like, what am I about to ask Slim Thug?
Right.
Like,
Boss
so
hole.
she said, Gina, you gonna put your big girl panties on? Either you gonna interview him or I am. Pick one. So I went to the bathroom. Remind you, they said I had 18 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Because he was about to get off stage.
Right.
So I go to the bathroom. I look in the mirror and like, I just said like, this is it right here. Just, you don't know what's gonna come off of this. Like, just freaking figure it out. I went to that man's Instagram and went to his tag photos. And I seen a page of, I saw a page of cars. It was like it was a business page. I went to the business page and I went all the way down to the bottom of the business page and I went to the very first photo on the business page. And it was a car. And he said, this is the first car that he ever bought. I said, boom, that's my first question. So we get out there. I hurry up. I go to the carpet. I end up having more time than I thought I had. But luckily, the extra time that I ended up having, I was telling her like how to hold the phone, what to do. So I use one phone for the mic and I use the other one for the camera or whatever. So I get out there. I'm the only one out there. And I just talk to him. Hey, what's up, Slim Thug? Da, da, da. You know, we at the Revolt Summit. This year is about dreaming in black. What does dreaming in black mean to you? Yada, yada, yada. He said, it means to me, blah, 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 blah. All I did was take the slogan from the theme of the Revolt Summit for that year and made it into a question. We talked about that, and then we started talking about black entrepreneurship, circulating money within your community, and then I just went straight up like, all right, your first car was a hearse. What do you have to say for those people who trying to keep up with the Joneses and get G-Wagons and, all these type of fancy cars, but they don't got it or whatever? And then that turned into an entire freaking question. I look up. We 15 minutes in.
Dang.
Red carpet interviews, you can keep them under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they can be really quick. I look up.
You made uncomfortable with that question.
So his first thing he said, how the hell do you know that I had a hearse?
Got you.
I was like, oh, I just know my shit. No, I went to the bottom of the business page.
Using your brain. That's
that
fire.
turned into last year, I hosted the Revolt Summit.
Damn.
So that was probably like the most like full circle defining moment was that I show up here as an audience member and then y'all ask me to interview somebody. I go do it. I get it done. And now I'm hosting it the following year.
Clutch.
So yeah, like crazy, freaking crazy. And this all came off of conversation of people that's in the building who know who I am and know what I do. And was just like, we need Gina. We got to put Gina on the stage and stuff.
You made a name for yourself. Someone recognized it. Someone always, when you're working, like you don't think people are watching. Someone's out there watching. And you got the opportunity. That's dope to hear that story. Thanks for sharing that with us. What's it called? What do you plan on right now? You have your Hoefessions and then you changed the name. You changed the name to
Brown Sugar Diaries. I'm thinking about changing it back.
I like it.
Thank
I like
you.
both of them. I like. So you, like your episode like 12, 15?
No,
what are you
I'm
at?
on like
You're
episode.
deep. Yeah.
No, I mean Hoefessions has got 100-something
Yeah, a
episodes.
lot.
But Brown Sugar Diaries, I'm under 10 right now.
10? See?
Yeah, I think I
Fire.
did 2 interviews and 3 podcasts. So yeah, so 5.
Fast forward into that, I was at the live show, and when you're sitting on the stage, they were loving you. It was like Gina's show. It was a motherfucking
Yeah, they
Gina
were.
show. And Hey, them girls were wilding on stage, huh?
Yes, they was.
Bro.
I seen you looking at one of the girls going crazy. You're like,
Cause that motherfucker was just jiggling. It was like water in there. I was like, look at that. Like, I need that on me.
Yeah.
God knew what he was doing. He didn't give me no ass. Cause I'll be crazy.
moving back to Hoefessions, because all right, when I first seen you when you had your own show with the other guys, I heard you talk about Hoefessions, and I think it was either with you and AD or something like that. And I was like, let me go check it out, and I watched like a few clips, a few different episodes, and what got you to create that whole show?
Okay,
Because
Hoefessions.
the name alone
I'm
is
a
like,
fan.
you know what I'm
Fuck with
saying?
your show.
Thank you. Okay, so I actually went to go. I had a meeting with the company. I'm not gonna say who the company was. I had a meeting with them, and they kind of they were hiring for like it was I feel like I'm gonna say too much if I say it. Anyway, they scrubbed my social media.
Okay.
So they went through my social media and they were like, we see that your followers like you, but they don't care about the rappers that you post. You need to do more content that's showcasing you and your personality. They think you're funny. They think that you're cute, but your content that you put out is you talking to these rappers and you're not showing none of your personality, or you walking in front of the camera, you introducing these people, and then you walking right out the camera, and now it's about the artist. You need to do some shit that's about you, that you can engage with the people who fuck with you. So when they said that, I'm like, well, what the fuck am I finna do that is gonna, like show my personality? It's just me by myself. That's not like a reality type of thing. Literally, I kid you not, within this same week, the Surviving R. Kelly documentary dropped. So all of these women was telling their story, and they was going in depth detail.
Yeah.
Like they told every single thing that happened to them, everything they experienced, and I was thinking like, what if I get some people to come and tell their story to me, and I give my response back, or I give my feedback on it, offer my advice and stuff like that. And then I was like, who the fuck is really gonna sit in front of a camera and tell their truths?
Yeah.
Nobody. Everybody's a whole behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to publicly,
Talk about it.
Burn
yeah. So I was like, how can I do this in a way that's that doesn't incriminate anybody, that will make
Allegedly,
people feel right,
all that.
that would make people feel comfortable. And what I had thought about was, shit, every morning on the way to school, I used to listen to 102.3, which is Steve Harvey's station. And there's a woman on there named Cheryl Strawberry, where she would read the Strawberry Letter every single morning.
Oh, okay.
So I said, I'm about to have people email these stories to me. So for like the first, I would say like 5 to 6, I had my friends write out stories that they told me about. Like I literally called them like, hey, remember that time you told me that you fucked in Vegas? Like, can you just write it out for me or whatever? So
That's creative.
You read it out
That's
for
very
me.
Can
creative.
you just write it out for me real quick, and I'm gonna read it, and then I literally gave my feedback on camera the same way. I said like, bitch, you did some whole shit. Like that's how so
What'd they say?
What was that story? So we could give our audience an idea of what the vibe is.
Joe really wants to hear it. Joe's got the juiciness.
Okay, so she had went to a hotel. I think she went to the episode is probably archived now because the audio was bad as fuck. But she went to a hotel and she met up with a dude. Her and her friends met a guy like on an elevator or something like that, and he had invited them to his room. And the kicker of the story was that when she wrote out the story, I read it wrong. So I read it as if he paid them collectively $700 to fuck, but he paid them individually $700. So that was like the big thing. Everybody was like, what the fuck, 4 bitches split $700? So she called me like, you read the story wrong. That is not how the story went or whatever.
No one knows it was you.
So, right. Nobody knows it's you, bitch. So, the thing was, it was like her and 4 other friends or 3 other friends, and they were just all getting nasty with the dude. But it was like, I forget if it was a rapper that we all knew or like an athlete that we all knew, but it was like something to where it could have possibly got back to him it could have possibly got back to the girlfriend by if she left like one detail in the story. It was like something like that. But I did it, and when I did that, the freaking response was so good. Like, people was really, really fucking with it. Not shortly after that, COVID happened. So then I got heavy on dropping episodes and stuff.
You had to go hard during COVID. If you went hard during COVID, you're different.
You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't go nowhere or anything like that. So I was just doing it because this company told me that I needed to show my personality. And then I also needed content in between ciphers and freestyle content. And this is before I went to that platform too. So it was like I needed something in the middle, and I'm still working 2 jobs at this time, going to school. And people just really started fucking with Hoefessions to where people I gained new fans who knew me from Hoefessions versus knowing me for the shit that I do at rap.
New avenue.
Exactly.
You know what my favorite Gina content is?
What?
The Tubi TV commentary. You feel me?
Everybody's been telling me that I need to turn this into like a TikTok thing or something.
She finds it. So tell them about Tubi TV if you don't know what it is.
Okay, so Tubi's a platform that has a lot of free movies. So they have like they got the legacy films, or it's like the Fridays, the movies, the classics. They got the classics on there. Then they have stuff where it's like new films and things like that. They even have a live TV portion. But then my favorite part is the independent films. They got these independent films. They got independent TV shows. And it's just always a crazy ass storyline. Like, that is like not realistic. But this shit be so good and I be so into it. And so I had to get on my story like, y'all, look at this shit.
Yeah.
You know? But a lot of people be like bashing Tubi and stuff. Like, I fuck with Tubi. I really love Tubi. And like, I'm on there every single night looking for, because it'll be stuff to where it's like I edit footage. So if there's no continuity between angles and shit, then I can see it. So there was like one time I was watching a movie. I don't think this one was on Tubi. I think this was on TV. But nonetheless, it's the same type of thing.
Commentary.
So basically, the girl was in the car. She got into a car accident, and the door was open. And then it switched angles, and the door was closed.
So you're like, wait, what? I've caught some shit like that in movies before. That's where you know they cut. That's where you know they cut.
Or I might see like the hair would be like this on one point, and then it'll be back on the other cut, and then it'll be right back. Like, I notice shit like that, but the stuff be so entertaining. All in all, like, I love independent filmmakers. I'm gonna always support them regardless. I don't care how bad the quality is.
You gotta make a movie.
I actually got a level of bad quality though. Like, if this shit, I could watch the trailer and look like, if it looked like I shot it, I'm not watching it. But like, it's a certain level of like bad quality that I'm gonna watch, you know. But for the most part, like, I even met a whole thread on Twitter with all my favorite Tubi movies. But
hey,
shout out to Tubi.
We talk about movies. She says she has anxiety. She feels like all that, but she be watching scary ass movies, dog. I'm like, what are you doing?
That brings the most anxiety.
No,
she watches nothing but scary movies, bro.
Yeah.
I watched one scary movie repeatedly, and I actually watched the same movie last night 3 times. Scream.
What the fuck?
What movie was this?
What's wrong with you?
Scream 6.
Scream 6.
I love Scream. Like,
Scream,
I love
the newest one?
Yes.
I've seen it.
I love Scream. So
I used to watch it all the time when I was younger too.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
I have like a sick obsession with Scream.
Yeah. That one gets me so mad because normal people wouldn't just stand there and scream and be like, how? While you're going to get stabbed.
That's the thing. It's like, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, right. I'm running.
But no, so I've been like a super duper like Scream head since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I just learned recently that there's a whole community just like me that love, like people are making YouTube videos breaking shit down. They're talking about the history of it. They get into the
You're an ultimate Scream fan, huh?
Yes.
You what are you dressed
It's
for
like
Halloween?
the Marvel universe.
Scream? You and your boo got to dress as Scream for Halloween together, and then when you have a kid, Baby Scream.
Baby Scream is crazy.
That'd be funny.
Baby Scream, Baby Scream. Hey, bro, what's wrong with you, bro?
I've been trying to think of something creative to do for Halloween for Scream because, like, I don't want to just do the masks. But I seen this girl. She
Trying to
got
be
like
sexy
body
scream.
paint.
I know she was going to do sexy scream.
Yeah, body
Trim it
paint.
a little bit, show
Excuse me.
more. It don't got to be the full on cape. Yo, I have a question for you because everything we've talked about is so good. You're doing so well from everything we're hearing, and I always got to ask because with success comes struggles. What was maybe the hardest thing you've ever have gone through being a female trying to make it in the industry that you making it in?
Okay, this is gonna sound a little vain, but
To be blunt.
being attractive and trying to do this shit, like they say like your looks can get you places or whatever, like it can get you in the doors and shit. But I've also noticed that like me looking the way I look, like people don't always take me serious.
Rubs off the wrong vibe.
So yeah, like I've literally been told before, like, girl, you don't like battle rap. You just doing that shit just to fit in. Like, and it's like, no, I fucking love battle rap.
Yeah,
Like, but like I've been told that before. But that comes with like me being cute. Like,
Right.
not like that.
Yeah.
I'm cute. Like,
Yeah.
so I've noticed though that like people don't take me serious, or even if I just pull up somewhere just the way I dress. Like I like to dress sexy. Sometimes I'm a little boy. You either
Yeah.
gonna get a little boy or you either gonna get Queen Latifah or Lil Kim.
You get 7 different Ginas during the week.
It depends on how I woke up that morning, you know. But I noticed that like guys like won't take me serious, and not take me serious as in like try to fuck or anything, but be like, oh, what you do interviews?
Yeah.
But it's like if the same
Kind of looking down on you in a sense.
yeah, like they think that I'm like not serious about it, but then I can say in the same token, I done got situations because I am cute.
Right.
So it worked, you know,
It's a balance.
both ways, yeah. But definitely, I would say like the struggle would be like just being taken serious, like.
So what have you leaned more towards when it comes to big situations? More sexy or more Queen Latifah from Set
What if
It
you got
Off?
both the best of both worlds if you don't got to choose?
Well, I would say definitely. I had just did those interviews for. When I did the Revolt thing, so I covered all the way up. Like I wore a big ass vest, and I still like showed skin and stuff, whatever, and had like the little tomboy thing going on. But I knew I'm like I can't show up to this motherfucker looking like I'm the performer, you know, like. So I'll definitely like clean it up or go more towards matching the occasion. So like my red carpet shit is gonna look like I'm nominated. But if I'm doing interviews and stuff like that, then I could
Dress for the
I could
occasion.
dress it down. Yeah, for sure.
100.
I
Hey,
feel-
fashion is a huge part.
I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
nowadays, and don't come for me for this, but I feel like nowadays, majority of girls want to use sex or their sexiness to sell to get them in the door.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of door you're trying to get in. Though.
Yeah.
So, because like I said, like it's pros and cons to it. Either way it goes or whatever. You can go into those rooms where you are you and you might dress a little sexy because you probably think that you know it's gonna sell, and it probably is gonna sell. But those execs that's in there is gonna be like, yeah, I don't know about her, or you know, like so you might make certain people feel uncomfortable, and you might give off the the wrong message or whatever. But
I feel like if you stay true to yourself and hold yourself to a certain value and
Yes.
a certain professional level, it's going to go a long way more than you just making that one opportunity based off something that's
Yes.
not meaningful.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's dope. I love you have a great mindset.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Talking about social media, have y'all seen the new app called Thread?
Yes.
Are you on it?
Have you signed up?
This the thing, and I'm tired of running with everybody because 2 days ago we was on Spill.
I didn't hear about that one.
Spill.
Yeah. Okay. So Spill came. Where did you guys see when Elon Musk had limited the tweet for Twitter or whatever? The
Social
amount of
media
tweets?
wars going on.
Yeah, so you could still tweet, but you couldn't see tweets. So
Oh, wow,
I had
that's
reached my
weird.
limit to 600. Everybody reached their limit.
Yeah.
And then it was like if you were verified, then I think you can go to like 1,200. But essentially, you eventually
Too many
couldn't.
rules.
Yeah, it was too many rules. So there was a new app created called Spill. And I've heard that it's actually 2 Twitter employees. Who like recently like got fired or something like that. So they made the app and people was on it. I signed up. I have not made one post, but it's kind of like a Tumblr.
Or Reddit?
I don't know how. I don't know how to use Reddit, but I've seen
just
Tumblr
heard-
before.
I've never used Reddit, but I've seen it and I've heard people talk about it. It just seems like everyone spills the beans on all that shit.
Yes, because
Reddit's for the beans.
your following is called, so the people that you follow is called serving, and then the people who follow you are called, I forgot, but they
unique,
use like
Similar ways.
beverage type of lingo, you know?
For a thread, 10 million signed up the first 24 hours of it
What?
launching. Dude, everyone's on it. I launched it last night and I clicked it. This morning I woke up with over like 250, 300 followers. I'm looking at people already reaching 1 million followers.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everyone's always on that hoe. But it's like a MySpace / early Twitter.
It's more accessible to other
I've not seen
people.
porn on there.
You haven't.
I've not seen porn on there.
You're not- 'cause
I don't see
Facebook
cuss
on it.
words on there because Instagram.
I'd be cussing.
right.
You know what I noticed it is?
Because
You know how you see you go on Instagram, but you go to comment section because it's the funniest thing on the video.
So it's the comment
just
section?
that, pretty much the Instagram comment
Okay.
section. But
so does it look like Facebook?
No.
It looks
look
like
like
a
mobile
Twitter.
Facebook?
It looks like a Twitter,
So it
Instagram
does look
comment
like
Like
Twitter.
new
section.
modern Twitter, and it's like, let's just say you're following people.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna see some of their shit too, and you. It's
So it's kind
you're-
of like the popular page.
Yeah, it's like you're.
So everything.
But everyone,
Yeah.
Even
Let's just say-
people that barely have nothing, like
What?
You're
Let's just
just
say I don't know
accessible
Joe.
to everybody.
Let's say I don't
Let
know
me
Joe,
download
right?
Threads.
But you know
Yeah.
Joe, right?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
Joe, right? But Joe's post will come on my page, and then I can be like,
Because
"Oh,
I
Joe,
follow Joe.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
oh, this shit's funny as fuck. You
So
feel me?
that's funny you said that because that's how the Twitter update is. So on the Twitter update, it's a side that says, I forget what it says, but one side says following and the other side says like something else
Yeah.
or whatever. But because I see people on there that I'm not following that I have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
But it'll be like stuff that's trending. People will be talking, like everybody's talking about
Algorithm's
Keke Palmer
lit.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
You can
algorithm's crazy.
Your friends don't gotta support you, but your friends' friends will support you.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so tell me this. Do you guys do like have you tried the what is it called? The thing that looks like the away message?
Way message
It's on the top of your DMs now?
on Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
or-
The note. I think it's a note. Is it called a note?
Let me see what you're talking
It's
about.
on Instagram.
On Instagram, let me see what you're talking about.
It's literally an away message
on your,
for Instagram.
On your like,
What does
right,
that
where?
mean?
Go to your DMs.
Go to DMs, and then where?
Oh, you don't have it.
Where? Let me see yours. Mine should probably not updated.
I have to update mine.
Wait, why y'all don't have it?
I don't know. Maybe I
Probably
gotta
didn't update.
Y'all haven't seen it?
What am I looking at? I'm high as fuck. Oh shit!
It's like an away
that's
message.
different.
Let me see.
See?
Oh yeah, I
That's
seen that. I
different.
seen that.
I
What do
need
you?
to update?
What you?
the
I
fuck?
put it on the pod. The pod says blunt cheers.
That's crazy. But honestly, I just feel like this thread is like the new modern era of Twitter. Twitter has taken so many downfalls and changes. And it's just affected the whole app, I believe.
All I
Now,
go on
is it
Twitter
a
is
separate
fights.
app?
Hmm?
It's a separate app?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's actually a separate app called Thread, but they're both connected to each other.
Yeah, it automatically will
okay.
connect it. You don't have to sign in. It'll just if you're downloaded, it'll just
Update
connect
your
it.
profile.
So
every
is that
single
what
thing.
everybody was posting saying? If you want to delete your thread, you got to delete your entire Instagram.
No, for real.
Yeah, that's what I've seen people talking about today.
Just damn.
I'm not deleting it.
Just don't talk crazy on there.
I haven't
Right now, you got to watch what you say.
I haven't
Yeah,
used
for
Twitter in so
sure.
long because a while ago, and maybe like 2015, 16, this shit got hacked, and I just stopped using it. But now I'm like, all right, I'm back. And
Now I'm back.
Yeah, if my Twitter gets snatched today, like hacked or anything, I'm not making
I feel like you're gonna
No, yeah, I
go on
didn't
Thread
care
and go
after
crazy
that.
today. I feel like if you share it, you'll get like a lot of different followers.
That's the thing. I still don't even know how to work
It's
freaking
easy.
TikTok.
It's easier than all of that.
Really?
They made it. They
I
made
need
it
to
for the
get on
motherfuckers that.
Yeah.
I told them I don't want to do no TikTok, none of that. I wanted to go straight to, like, cause TikTok doesn't let you smoke weed. Honestly, that's why I didn't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah.
I
Too
love
many
Reels though.
requirements. Yeah.
I love Reels. I loved them even more when they was paying us to make them.
Instagram Reels are getting better.
Yes, they are.
Instagram Reels are hitting right now.
What,
They
what's-
are.
what platforms are paying right now? TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube.
Twitch is Twitch man.
Twitch is Twitch.
For Reels?
Yeah, no, are they? I just thought overall, like once you get a certain amount, just overall, not specifically for Reels. Like, I don't know what
What
else.
if they pay
That's
you in
all.
Thread for retweets and likes if you get a certain amount?
And I'm gonna be threading up.
threading up.
I think it's gonna be a great app because it's so open, and it doesn't seem like there's much restrictions right now. Besides, like,
You know what my
Yeah.
first thread was? You can be the needle, I could be the thread.
Oh, you need it, I'll be the rubber band. You need it, match.
Yeah,
I'll be
exactly.
the fuse.
You get it?
Boom.
Tell me what your first one was.
I deleted it, but my new one is here. True to this, not new to this. That's that's my first one. But the original one was here for a good time, not a long time.
Okay,
Yeah,
that ain't what
yeah.
I'm gonna say.
You got to come up with
You're about
something.
to blow
for the first
up,
one.
yeah. No, that's why I'm like, what do you post on this shit? And I'm looking at everything. I'm like, you could just post your fucking mind, like.
I guess it does work better because if you think about what we do on stories, like we can't post words, so we'll do the black background
And
with the
that's what I'm saying.
writing.
I don't want to see that shit no more.
Yeah. So now that you got threads, you can just put your thoughts right there on threads.
If you want to go on a rant, you better go on a rant on there. I don't want to see that shit on my story.
Only pictures and videos on the
Yeah,
story.
keep it simple. Keep it basic.
Back to like the whole pod industry. Like, what do you think about? Because now you're a part of the whole Figgmunityworld, right, or something like that world. What do you feel about that and what they're doing, or what you guys are doing?
I think it's great. Just seeing them come out the gate day one.
Literally.
Because and I'm not speaking on them doing their own separate things.
Right.
The Ace Boys, the Back on Fig, and Community. I'm just strictly speaking on them all coming together and doing Figgmunity worldwide.
Yeah.
So just seeing it from the ground up, because I remember the YouTube channel keep upping the subscribers and subscribers.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
the first video, all the views it had and stuff like that.
Went
So I
crazy.
just think it's dope to just bet on you.
Right.
And say, fuck whatever, they got going on. We
That's
gonna do
what
this
do.
right here.
Yes,
we gonna do
sir.
this shit ourselves.
They hit
And
the
now they
100K.
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They doing the same thing that we
Literally,
was
yeah.
doing,
Better vibe.
but better.
Though. Better vibe.
Way better
They
vibe.
can talk about whatever they want without limitations.
Yeah,
you feel
way
me?
better vibe.
Yeah,
Way better vibe.
And they own that shit.
Exactly, and the biggest thing too is like after all the bullshit, they stayed as a unit
Yes.
and created something even better and something that they could fully be happy about because it's them. And now it's like it's literally elevated to a bigger platform because they have you, they have all the girls on the other girls.
Ace girls.
Yeah, the Ace girls.
Ace
you know what I'm
Girls,
saying?
Auntie,
Yeah.
Damo.
Smack has just
Illa.
become even a bigger personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
They love Smack the most. If you asked anybody, hey, who you trying to see
Smack
here?
is a gym.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Let me get
facts.
my
Funny
narrative.
as
You don't
fuck.
know my narrative.
Funny as fuck. So what do you think about that? Like as far as like the success point of you guys doing it, like how do I reword that? Like
I think just in general with media, like on the West Coast, is wide open right now. So I would hope that the goal for, because like I know how much like say for example T-Rail, I know how he's sitting and thinking like, how can I get this to do this? How can I put these people together so it makes sense and stuff? So I would just hope that the objective is to reach a point where they are the destination for LA media, as far as like when artists are coming out here, or when you even in discussion talking about who got the best platforms on the West Coast.
I want to
like,
shame on you.
yeah.
yeah, exactly. So like right now, like there's no destination for like hip hop in LA.
You go to
Oh,
Breakfast Club, you go to all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
you know what you're gonna do
what I
on the
mean?
East Coast. You're gonna go to Ebro, you're gonna go to Breakfast Club, you're gonna go to Lip Service, you're gonna go and Way Up with Yee, you're gonna go visit Nala, Simone. Like you know who you going to talk to.
But when you come to
go
LA,
there.
that's wide open, like you said, and that's
Yeah.
truly, really, really big for everyone out there that's trying to do something big. There's an avenue, there's some game right there. But going into it, you're doing the news for them right now, right? Currently, how's
Yes.
that going?
Yeah, I love it because it's just like you said, like it's a way, way better vibe. Like I feel more happy doing it on there, But no, I love it. It's cool. They put me with Worm and Auntie, and it was a
Auntie.
perfect freaking.
Auntie has a crush on him.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out to Auntie.
Shout out Auntie.
You can be
Look, he's
Aunt.
turning red.
You want to be Aunt?
No, I'm chilling. I fuck with her.
Uncle
though.
Let it out,
Auntie.
nephew.
No. Shout out Auntie. Though. She's cool. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with
Poke
the
it
whole
out.
gang.
She be like, poke it out, nephew. Pause.
That's just a homegirl. Yeah. Don't play that narrative, bro.
Devo.
I hate you.
Hey, but-
no, I'll tell you a funny story.
Go ahead.
We're at Sam's, right? Because AD was hosting there, and I pulled up, and Auntie's like, "Where the fuck you been?" I was like, "Oh shit, right?" And she was lit, and they were chilling, right? And then like we're inside, and like I'm doing my thing, And then she's just like trying to slide. And then AD was like, yeah, fuck with Bird. I said, I was trying to give AD the look. Like, hey, chill, bro, chill.
Hey, I'm in the ear right now. I think he likes you.
Yeah. They played me, bro. But like, it was
Why you dodging Auntie? Auntie a good look.
He can't handle that.
That's
what
he's
it is.
scared.
I'm occupied.
Oh, you in a relationship?
I'm occupied.
Okay, I'm gonna start saying I'm occupied.
I'm occupied.
You know what I'm
This
I
restaurant's
like
busy.
that. Yeah, I'm occupied.
But yeah, no, I just be chilling. But yeah, she's cool as fuck. The whole gang is cool as fuck. Shout out to Terrell too, like for him to just randomly come into No Jumper and then build. I feel like he's mainly the main focus point of that, right? And he's killing it like that. Like that's just amazing. Do you have a favorite podcast do you watch other than the stuff we talked about?
It would be
Recommendations.
it would be Joe Budden's podcast or My Expert Opinion. I love Drink Champs.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah,
What do you?
I
look
love
for in
Nori.
a
He's
pod?
cold with it.
yeah. What'd you say?
What do you look for in a pod that really gets your attention?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really watch like podcasts like that. I watch like shows and interviews and things like that. The podcast that I do love, like Shame on You, is because I love the show just because there's a real friendship there. And I
Right.
feel like podcasts really only work when there's real chemistry.
Agreed.
That you can literally, like, it's chemistry to where y'all talking about stuff that don't have nothing to do with the podcast.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
they're talking about their
happens
mamas.
to us a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Like-
Bro, AD was dancing on Smack's mom was actually dancing on AD, bro.
That shit was funny as
And
fuck.
then it just unrivals because when you're kicking with the boys and that shit keeps popping up every 25 minutes, 20
Facts.
minutes, that shit's comedy.
That's a different
being
type of
themselves.
chemistry. Yeah. So that's what I like about podcasts. I don't like podcasts where you can tell that these people been grouped together. They
Right.
don't make sense, you know?
It's forced. You
Yeah,
can't- I like
when-
organic
yeah.
shit in life. You feel me?
Exactly.
Nothing corporate.
And I think people be confused on like, oh, they think anybody can just fucking make a podcast. Like
Right.
anybody can make a podcast,
Yeah.
but anybody can't have
value.
that chemistry.
You gotta have
Yeah.
the niche to it.
That was one thing for us. Like, we feel like we have value behind our podcast. You know what I'm saying? We have multiple things to talk about. And it's like sometimes we've been told, like, people want to hear about shit we've done and how we built the brand and shit like that. And he has a shitload of experiences. I have a shitload of experiences, both ups and downs. Every day, every week, we're learning new shit, growing as individuals, you know? And that's the cool thing. Like, that's why I feel like our podcast is going to be good. And I feel like it's going great so far.
I got
It
a good
is.
question for you right here. You know how a lot of people are making residual off podcasting more than rapping now? Do you think a
Yeah.
lot of these people that are growing up now be like, oh, they were like, I'm gonna be a rapper? Be like, no, I'm gonna be a podcaster. You feel me? Do you ever feel like that? I always feel like that.
I think that
There's more of an avenue.
I think that there's a lack of knowledge out there about this stuff because I didn't even know that this was like you could really make money just sitting in front of like on your own.
More than a doctor.
Talking.
Yeah, just freaking talking.
Yeah.
So I think that I would hope that maybe like college courses or even if there's like some a subject in even like high school that teaches people about entertainment and the things that you can learn from it rather than because I don't feel like in school I don't think they value the creative.
Creative mind. They want you to be a workhorse for the bigger picture to make corporate shit go on, unless then try to do your own shit. You feel me? They say it's kind of crazy to say this, but like break the matrix type shit. You know what I mean? You as an individual has such a slim chance to be made, right? And every single person, it has a little like they're binded in a certain different way, the knot a certain different way. Why would you unwind that knot and not be your full self? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's special. Everyone's unique. Everyone's good at something what they do. You never know what it is. It was your teacher that told you, why are you being a nurse? You should be entertaining.
Talk host or something.
And talk
You
never know.
Growing up, you don't. Well, I don't know what it's like now because I'm not in high school. But like in my high school, I just found out last year that the creator of Proud Family went to my high school. So it's like that's another person who's a creator. You know, like why the fuck don't we know that jobs like that exist and you don't have to just go straight for the traditional doctor, lawyer, teacher job. You can be a freaking entrepreneur. Like, but it's like since it's not traditional, they're not teaching it. We don't know any, they don't know,
Yeah.
we don't know anything about it, but it's similar to like credit and stuff like that. They're not teaching credit
I
in
wish
school.
they were teaching that shit. They don't teach taxes. They don't teach shit.
They're not teaching none of that.
None of that.
My own theory behind this whole thing is we need more people to be programmed and less people to do whatever they want, because you can't control the dudes or the people that understand, like, you can go do whatever you want in this world. We need people to go pick up the trash. We need the teachers. You know what I'm saying? We need the car salesmen, shit like that. Everyone to work at fast food, you know what I mean? So it's like they're not showing them bigger things or bigger ideas or a better way of living. They're just trying to teach everyone stuff that makes the world go around.
That's why I feel like it kind of starts at home or at an early age, to just put into these kids' heads that you can, like, they tell us that you can be anything you want to be, but they don't tell us about the trash can jobs.
Exactly.
They don't tell us, they say you can be anything you want to be, but try to be an astronaut.
Yeah.
Try to be a doctor. Try to be a lawyer.
What if one of those kids was like, you got to be a sanitation person, or he gets trained in school to create robots that pick up the trash or something, a device that picks up the trash and makes life easier, more self-efficient. But it sucks. They want to program everybody. You ever seen a computer? They have little parts in it. Without those little parts, they wouldn't function. They got their computer.
Yeah.
We're trying to make our own little fucking little whatever we're doing with our parts, and they hate to see that.
Why not tell kids that they can be gamers and make a lot of freaking money off of it? It's like certain occupations that's really frowned upon. If I'm a parent, and this is one thing that I think my parents lacked on, if I see that my daughter is a big fan of this show or her whole, because my room.
Scream.
Not scream. But like
Scream
like shit in the industry, it's like, if you see I'm in front of the TV doing this, you see that I'm creative, I'm coding MySpace pages, I was doing shit like that. I mean, we all was,
Yeah.
Like, if you see that you got a kid who's super into that, like, I was a technology kid. Like, I had every single piece of technology that existed. I was always on the freaking computer. That's how they kept me quiet. Oh yeah, I'm a dork. I can fix anything electronically. But they would. It's like, why not embrace that your kid has something that they like? So if a kid comes into a classroom and they in freaking preschool and they say they want to be a rapper, help them in the music industry. Help them get there, because maybe eventually they might not want to rap. Maybe they want to produce. That's where
teach them how to make beats.
Yes, why do we not? I don't understand why we aren't embracing the things that our kids are passionate about and telling them, because your parents will tell you to be what they want it to be.
Right.
One thing takes you to another thing every single time when you love something. I love playing sports. Then when I was playing sports, I love smoking weed while playing sports. Then I was having more fun with weed. Now I'm doing this. Then that took me into media and podcasting and vlogging. And I'm like, what else can you do? You know what I mean? Oh, we could do this hobby. We can go snowboarding, or we can go hiking here. We can go jump. I don't want to jump out of a plane, but if you wanted to, anything is possible. But like you said, when the highlight of this point of this pod, when I asked you, hey, did anybody around you really believe in you? Not till they seen you.
They have to see the result.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And it's not even up to them to see the result. If it makes you happy, keep trying new shit out there, And then same to you too. You never know what you could do. Maybe movie roles, all of that shit.
The best thing about this journey in life is that, no matter how much they try to tell us that you have to do shit a certain way, it's no formula to none of this shit.
Facts.
It ain't no formula to nothing.
Yeah.
They created, we got dress codes and all, bruh, if I walk in this building with my hat on, what's gonna happen?
Nothing. You're right.
You can open the umbrella. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did we create it all?
Remember Kanye said? Kanye was like, I can be whatever I want to be. I can stop right now and go play basketball and join the NBA.
Yes.
Why is anybody going to tell me what I can't be?
Exactly. Yes.
You see a kid standing on the table screaming, why are you going to tell him, hey, get out, you can't be on the table? Why can't you be on the table?
Why?
You know what I mean?
Why?
You understand what I'm saying? So
and
that's a beautiful aspect.
My family, everyone's 9-to-5ers, and I just never wanted that. And that was an issue for me when I told my dad, I was like, no, I'm trying to go do this or do this. And they didn't understand at the point. And now they see where I'm at, how good I'm doing. So it's now they don't even, they're I kind of changed their mindset a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the best thing too is if you do have those kids who they don't want to go the traditional route, help them monetize what they do want to do if you don't feel like it makes enough money, or just figure out how to make it work, but don't shut it down, because they gonna always remember that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm never gonna forget the way you want to interview rappers.
Yeah.
You can't be successful doing that, girl. You need to go get a job.
Look how many people look up to you. I look up to you.
Now they look up to me.
Yeah.
See, that's one of the greatest things too.
The BET. Oh my God, I'm so proud and da da da. But it's
you want to interview rappers, huh? On BET? That's lit.
Shit, one
Should've
day
been like
VMAs,
that, you know what I'm saying?
You
You
never
know,
know.
yeah.
You gotta dream big.
For sure.
You gotta dream big, and you gotta be so confident in yourself and believe that anything is possible, and then you'll put yourself in that position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave anything off before we shut down?
Oh no, thank you for having me. I'm sorry I didn't get high with y'all.
No, you're good.
I
You probably got
choked a
second
little.
high. I smoked 3 of them
I
to the
was
face.
so high.
I'm gonna hit my
that-
pen though when I
I was so high, I thought we were all high. You want shout out your platforms?
Oh yeah, follow me everywhere at Gina Views. That's on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel so I can get some money. I know I'm unemployed now.
Last thing. Last thing. So since you are a successful female in the industry that you're doing right now, what advice would you give someone that's possibly going to watch this that's probably from your platform?
Oh, I would just say what I said before. It's no formula to this shit. Like you can literally, like, it's cliche to say like the sky's the limit and you can do anything that you set your mind to, but you really can. Like
Very
all you
possible.
got to do is just do it.
Right.
If you literally just do it, like you'll see the result. The worst that can happen is it won't happen.
Hey, they'd be like, hey,
Love
you
that.
do podcasting?
Be a
1 year
risk
later,
taker.
they'd be like, oh, you do podcasting?
Right.
10 years later, when he's on that big deal, be like, Dave, that's my guy. He does podcasting.
Exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, it's no
Leave-
formula to this shit. Just do it.
Oh,
Leave it as that. No formula to this shit. I'm going to put that on my thread, or you should put on your thread to get start off. But hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and like this video. We love that shit. Comment what you thought about
Drop
it.
your comments.
And then subscribe to our shit and share it so more people can figure out we had a dope ass fucking smoking podcast that we
sir.
talking blunt on. So
Great guest, great conversation.
Thank you guys.
good weed.
Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys check out Shop Joe's a Ho. Check out All In Lifestyle brand. Run it up. Let's
Check
get it.
out Big Chief. Go pick us up at your nearest store. Gina, vouch for our pens.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, the pens, hottest shit out.
Thank you.
Now, I have said this on my show. Like, they got a whole bunch of products, but the pen,
That's her shit.
that's close to my
Yo,
heart.
we're gonna
right
be
there.
in Houston. We're gonna be in Miami and New York this month. So if you're in any of those states, cities, whatever, run it up. Bring a bag. Come smoke with us.
And if you tell Joe he's a hoe, I got something for you.
Oh, and my friends are now pinners too.
Oh, you got the pen squad, the Chiefers.
Yes.
Oh, yo. Hell
Hey,
yeah.
fellow Chiefers. Hey,
sir.
shout out to Gina. She's fantastic,
Thanks for
amazing,
pulling up.
intelligent. Thank you for tuning in. See ya.
Peace.
You see, I repeated that twice.
Thank you.